time for a story time / funny, funny stuff.
Oh gosh.
All right. What is it? First time you blacked out at a party or blacked out. So for me, well, actually, no, I've been going first this whole time. Your turn.
Gotta think. Which story do I want to tell?
Which?
Oh, you said first time. Oh. Was that the first time though?
Oh my god.
I gotta think about it. I mean, I just know. I mean, I didn't do nothing crazy or anything, but I just know there's been a few times I was out drinking.
That's usually how it ends up.
And, you know, you go from one place to another and the night just sort of stops, but it doesn't actually stop. It just stops in your memories.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I just didn't remember what happened.
What happened
After
before though?
Oh, dang it. I'll get that later.
What happened before you blacked out?
I mean, it's kind of boring. We're just out at a club. And I remember my cousin saying, not this cousin, but she was like, "You ready to go?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then the next day I was like, "Yeah, that's the last thing I remember." You just said, "Are you ready to go?" And I don't know what happened after that.
I got the whole entire thing down. So mine was my first college party. The track girl, I used to run track too as well. So the track girl, they said, we're gonna do a little get together. We're gonna get to know each other. He was like, okay, cool. So we go up to their apartment, and then a few people else pull up. We know they're the track girls, and then later on, a couple people came in. They were on the track too. He was like, okay, they probably just invited a few friends, just have fun. It turned to a whole entire party. They just set us up. So then we was drinking everything, and all I remember is they pulled out the board game, the
That's a lot of drunk games.
yeah, it's a drunk board game that they made up. So at this time, I had shorts on, a shirt, and a bralette. So the one I landed on was take off a piece of clothing. So I took off my shirt because I know I had a bralette on. And you know, bralette is just basically a shirt under a shirt. So I had that on. And then I remember I grabbed a cup, put it down in front of me, and it was like all the bottles in front of me and juices. I was already drunk at this point. So I grabbed everything on the table and started pouring it in the cup. All I remember was playing that game, took off my shirt, started dancing, and I was gone. I woke up the next day on a couch. I was like, I had to ask everybody, I was like, what happened? They said they had to hide me from the police, the ambulance, everything. I was like, I said, bro, no. But the thing is, I felt myself like going in and out. So when I was in, like focus on what was going on, tell me why they trying to carry me to the car and they dropped me 3 times on concrete.
So that's what happened. You know, that's why you like that.
You know what? So yeah, that is my blackout story.
I remember my first like drunk story. I was in college, of course. The best drunk story starting college,
Of course.
and me and my roommates were playing. Well, we had some friends over, and we decided to play the Ring of Fire.
Oh my god.
I don't know if everybody knows what that game is, but it's basically you take a deck of cards and you spread them out in a circle, i.e. the Ring of Fire. And so there's a thing that you have to do for each card. Like there's a rule for each card. So like I can't remember the rule specifically, but let's say you pick up
a card and you have to take how many shots.
Like let's say like you pick up a number 3, and then that rule is last person to touch their nose has to take a shot. So you don't tell anybody what the rules are. Everybody's supposed to know what the rules are. So, and you have to pay attention to the game. So the last person, so, you know, somebody picks up 3 and everybody touches their nose, and then if one person is just like not paying attention and they didn't touch their nose, now they gotta take a shot. So how I got drunk, we didn't have any chasers, like no juice, and we didn't have any water in our dorm room, like any water bottles, and I wasn't gonna drink out of the tap water, not in the dorm. So yeah, so we were just taking shots of straight brown liquor.
Which is the best, if no one knew.
This is why we're cousins. But yeah, so that night I laid down to go to bed. Worst decision ever. Do not go to sleep when you're drunk.
It's like you're sinking.
That was the first time I felt the room spin. I sat down and I felt like I was falling for the rest of the night. I was just like,
and you feel like you can get
what's
up.
happening?
You feel like you can get up, but you can't. It's like you gotta put like all of your force into lifting yourself up.
That was also the first time I got sick while drinking. Oh.
What?
I have a first time I got high story. And I wasn't even smoking. That's the kicker. So this was also in college, you know. Stuff always happens in college.
It does. I got my first high story too.
I bet you do.
Man, oh man.
Oh, you tell yours first.
No, go ahead. You start yours. You start yours first. Go ahead.
Oh, she's scared.
I am scared.
So, I was in college. And I think this was like this was my freshman year. Anyway, so I was in a relationship at the time. And my ex's cousin went to the school as well, and he was just like a real smoker. That was the first mistake. Never smoke with a pothead for the first time. It was me, my ex, his cousin, and his friend. So we all got into the cousin's car.
Y'all hotboxed.
Can I tell the story? Like, dang.
My fault.
This girl. Like, just skipping to the good part. So, anyway. So, we all got into the cousin's car. Mm-hmm. And we drove to look for a spot to sit at. So, we're leaving campus. And as we're driving down the street, like right as we pull out of campus, there's like this parking lot, and there's a police officer sitting in the parking lot, because, you know, like at nighttime, they will just sit in there, you know, for security purposes, just watching or whatever.
He is bored.
So, but that was in the back of my mind the whole time. So we go to like we find like this area. It wasn't like a subdivision, but it was just some homes in like a little cul-de-sac. And so we just parked in the cul-de-sac, and they hotboxed. So of course I got high because I didn't smoke, but we were freaking hotboxing. So while we're sitting there, I start to, you know, get high, and I'm looking at the mailbox across the street, and I'm like, yo, is that a person? I'm like, are they just standing there looking at us? So I start getting paranoid. Then the friend starts getting paranoid too, like, because we all think, like, it looked like a person. So,
terrible.
So, you know, they finish smoking or whatever. So then we decide to leave after we see the person. The person. So, you know, we leave out the little... So, you know, we drove back out. We heading back to campus. And this is where I started to freak out. His cousin is driving down the street, speeding. We had all the windows down, and he's blasting the music. First of all, he drove a Charger. That's the first thing. And he had subwoofers. So he had the music turned all the way up. We speeding down the street, and all I could keep thinking about is that cop that was sitting in the parking lot before we left. So I'm just sitting there like, oh my gosh, we going to jail. We going to jail. So
like, how much this to my parents? Oh my God.
So we getting back closer to campus, and we passed by that parking lot. The officer wasn't there anymore. Thank God. So yeah, we get back to campus, and we like try to walk back in the building and act all normal, and we just all geeked up, like just just giggling, just tripping over your own feet, like can't walk up the steps, can't get in the door, like we gotta find a key card to get in the door. It just, man, yeah, it was interesting. It was interesting. I didn't smoke after that until I got much, much older. But yes, in college, I was like, yeah, that first experience traumatized me, and I'm good on it. I'm good. I'm good.
So with me, I never actually started smoking until that day, because people would like, I don't know what it was called, when they blow it in your mouth.
I don't know.
Comment down below what that is. I forgot what it's called. I'm having a brain fart right now. When they would blow the smoke into your mouth, and I would inhale it, so I never actually hit the blunt. Until one day, it was my friend's birthday, and they kept doing this, like, Haley, you already been doing that, so might as well just do it. I just looked at everybody was staring at me. I was like,
you're pretty sure.
I was like, okay. So I hit it, and I was just hitting it. By that time, it was like probably like almost midnight. So I'm just sitting there just smoking it. It was like, that's my first blunt. Tell me why everybody gonna start hitting it, like passing blunts all around. I don't even know what we was on. I don't know what number we was on.
Ow! Not helping.
My bad. You want me to give you a Heimlich?
You probably gave me a handprint.
I did not. Anyways, before I was really interrupted by her choking.
Wow. I'm sorry, I almost died.
I had my phone, and I knew one of my friends, he smoked, and I was like, wait. I was like, he been wanting me to smoke with him for the longest, because he was like, he wanted me, my first time to be with him. So I texted him, and then he felt some type of way when I got there, because I was already high, because he picked me up. So all I did, but the thing was, nobody checked on me. I was like, I'm leaving. I got up and walked out of the room. I don't think nobody heard me, to be honest, because people started texting me. And like, when I got to my room and was asleep, and it's like, where'd you go? Dude, it was like 9 o'clock in the morning. You asking me now? But anyways,
They was high too.
They were. Everybody in that room was high. So I go to his place, and then he started rolling up a blunt, and I smoke it, and then we just sitting there having a full conversation. I don't even know what we talked about. I just know I was going along with the conversation. I don't remember nothing that we was talking about, to be honest. I was just talking. And then I looked down at my phone. I'm just like, when you're high, you don't realize nothing. I mean, when I say I looked down at my phone, it said 8 o'clock in the morning. I was like, nah, you lying. I was like, I'm tripping right now, because it can't be 8 o'clock in the morning. I've been talking to this dude for almost like, I don't even know, like 5-6 hours straight. Just talking. And that's about it. And I think we made a TikTok. But I don't remember, to be honest. I think it was like one TikTok. We tried to make another one, but I was just tripping. But yeah, that was my high story. Yeah. Alright, well, I guess it's going to be the end of the video. If you like us to do any more story times, comment down below what you want us to tell. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.